Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we are outside Walmart and there are so many great deals. If you guys aren't going to Walmart either today, which is Thursday, or Friday, you might miss out on some of these. And I'm talking about, we got some freebies, we got some super cheap items. I'm super excited when I was making my list. Yep. As speaking of lists, there is a printable breakdown in the description box for you guys, as well as any rebate apps that I do use. Just in case you are newer to them, you can use my referral code. I'll get a little something for you signing up using it, and then you'll get a little something. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. So I looked into what is it? I forget what it's called. It's like YouTube Studio, and 70% of you guys aren't subscribed yet. Why? Why not? It's free. Anyway, I appreciate y'all's support regardless. It makes my life a little easier, and it makes it worth my time going and doing all these hauls. So let's head inside and see what kind of deals we can grab. So right now, let's grab some great savings on the holiday scented hand soap by Soft Soap. They are on rollback for $1 each at my store, so you'll grab whatever three smell the best to you, or if you want to grab some different ones, just a little hint, the apple one, in my opinion, smells the best, but you'll grab 3 of them for $3. You'll submit to Swag Bucks for 175 Swag Bucks on 3 of them, or $1.75, making them all $1.23. The next deal is going to be on this Irish Spring body wash. It's at $4.97. You can grab, there's only 2 different scents in my store now. I could have swore there used to be more, but maybe they all just clearance out and they stopped carrying them. But you'll submit to Ibotta for $2.50, to Swag Bucks for 100 Swag Bucks, or $1. And then on Shopkick, we have on 155 kicks. To find the kick amount, you'll take the kicks times 0.004 and you'll get your dollar amount. So in this case, it's 62 cents, making your final cost for one of these bottles just 85 cents. Now guys, we all know why we're in the travel section looking at Old Spice, but honestly, this is the deodorant I use every day because we get so many of these trial and travel ones, so why not? And you're gonna look for this one. It's the deodorants, the Swagger one, for $1.47. You're gonna grab 3 of them. Grabbing 3 of them will be $4.41. You'll submit to Ibotta for $5, making this a nice, easy 49-cent moneymaker. The next deal my store is completely sold out of, and it makes me super sad, but it's just kind of how it is sometimes. But the Febreze Fabric To Go scent spray is $1.97. We have $2.30 on Ibotta, making it a 33-cent moneymaker. The next deal you're going to do is still in the trial and travel. You can either grab 3 of the Scope mouthwash or 3 of the Crest, or you can mix and match probably, but they're $1.97 each, and you're going to grab 3 of them. Grabbing 3 of them will be $5.90. You'll submit to Ibotta for $5 back on 3, making all 3 of them 90 cents or 30 cents each. Y'all, my store is out of another freebie. Oh well, good thing my Weekend Warriors sucks, so hopefully another store will have them. I'm gonna be going past another Walmart tomorrow, so maybe I'll stop and check. But these are $2.96. As you can see, don't have them. It's a 50 count though. They are $2.96, and you'll submit to Ibotta for $1, to Checkout 51 for $1, and then to Swag Bucks for 100 Swag Bucks or $1, making them free. Y'all, look at this lamb chop. So remember all the sunshakes that I showed you guys that were on sale that I said that weren't cheap enough for me? They're 100% sold out. Yo, I grabbed the last Peely last week, and I'm so glad I did because there's none left, or there's no new ones either. So you can either grab the purple Snuggle Scent Booster or the blue one. They are $5.97, and then you're gonna use one of the Peelies if you can find them still. There was only like 4 or 5 at my store, and they never replaced them. But so you'll be left to pay $3.97 at the register. You'll submit to Ibotta for $2, and then on Fetch Rewards, when you spend $5, you'll get 1,000 Fetch points, which is $1. And it's not counting after the coupon, it's counting before, so that's super awesome. And then on Swag Bucks, we have 75 Swag Bucks or 75 cents, making it just 22 cents. So there's 3 different ways to save on Persil this week, but it's all gonna be on the Power Packs. So the first deal is on the Power Pack, the 16 count. It's still on rollback for $4.77. You'll use one of the $2 peelies or hang tags, whatever you can find. You'll pay the $4.77. Then you'll submit to Ibotta for $1. And then on Shopkick, we have 160 kicks, which is 64 cents, making one of those $1.13. The second way to save on Persil is going to be the Power Packs or the Ultra Packs. You're going to look for the ones that are priced $11.47. They're on rollback from $12.97. You can grab the 32 count or the 42 count. The 42 count is the best savings though. Once again, you're going to use a $2 peely, so you'll be left to pay $9.47 on one of these. Then you're going to submit to Ibotta for $4. And then on Shopkick, we have 460 kicks between buy and scan, which is $1.84, making one of those just $3.63. The last way to save is on the large Persil Ultra Packs. You're going to look for the ones that are 57 count or the 66 count. They're $17.97. Use a $2 peely, so you'll be left to pay $15.97 at the register. Then you'll submit to Ibotta for $5. On Shopkick, we have 760 kicks, which is $3.04, making a grand total $7.94. So let's put together one of the weird bundles Shopkick's putting out. This one, we're gonna grab the toothpaste and dish soap. I don't get what Shopkick is doing. Who thinks of these bundles? But anyway, this Colgate Cavity Protection is one of the UPCs listed for the toothpaste, and I even scanned it, and it does work for it, and it's only $1. So this will be the first item we're gonna grab. The next item you're gonna grab is a Palmolive 20 fluid ounces. They are $2.68. You can grab the green one, the orange one, or the blue one, I believe. I only checked the orange one because that's the one I'm gonna grab, but it looks like the UPCs do match for all 3 of them. So these are the 2 items I'm gonna grab. My total for both of them will be $3.68. On Ibotta, we'll get $1 back for the Palmolive, and then on Swag Bucks, we'll get 50 Swag Bucks or 50 cents for the Palmolive. Then we'll get 625 kicks between the bundle offer for Shopkick, which is $2.50, making grabbing both of these a 32-cent moneymaker. This next deal is on the Dawn Power Wash. So you're supposed to buy one of the sprays and then the refill, but Ibotta, you can get away with grabbing 2 other refills. But they don't have these in the refills. They have a limited edition dish soap, which I don't understand how that's gonna make your dishes smell. I don't know. I'm just weird like that, I guess. I think of those things. You'll grab whatever 2 you like for $3.94 each. Grabbing 2 of them will be $7.88. You'll submit to Ibotta for $3.99, making them both $3.89. You guys, look what I see. Alright, so you're gonna grab one of these, preferably one with a peely. That way you can use it. It's $4.97. You'll pay $2.97 after the peely. You'll submit to Ibotta for $1.50, and then on Shopkick we have 305 Shopkicks, which is $1.22, making one of these packs just 25 cents. If you guys prefer the all original free and clear, it's $4.97. You'll submit to Ibotta for $1, and then on Shopkick we have 105 kicks between buy and scan, which is 42 cents. And then on Swag Bucks, we have 100 Swag Bucks, making it just $2.55. Now, this is a way better deal, but some people prefer liquid, so I got you if you prefer liquid. Y'all, look what's back. They have this every year, but I buy it every year, and unfortunately we never get deals on this. It makes me so sad. If you like the changing fall scents that the Febreze has, you can grab great savings on it. You can grab the Febreze Air. It has to be the Luxe or the Febreze Small Spaces that are the Luxe. They are $3.97 no matter what you grab. You'll submit to Ibotta for $2, making them $1.97. Now, thankfully, these have the scratch and sniff so I can smell them. But I was hoping for this one because it's the one that sounds the best to me, and they don't have it in the small spaces, or they just don't have it at my store, so I can't smell that one because I'm not gonna spray it in the aisle. I feel like that's really weird. I tried smelling like the tip of the can and I can't smell anything. You can grab one of these Febreze plugs for completely free this week. It's $3.24. We have $3.30 on Ibotta, making it just a 6-cent moneymaker. But guess what, guys? It's literally the last one at my store. Oops, I'll have to pick that up. But I'm so thankful because the rest of the freebies have been completely gone. The next deal is on these Febreze plug refills. It's the 3-count. They're $12.94. You can grab whatever scent you like. You'll submit to Ibotta for $2 back, making it $10.94. Now, it's not the best savings. We don't get savings on the refills very often. So, yeah. If you haven't been grabbing these Victor Allen coffees, you're definitely missing out. It's way better than paying $3.48 for a Starbucks one. These are, the Twix one isn't that bad. I don't like coffee, so that's why I say it's not that bad. But it's $2.98. We have $2 in Ibotta, making it 98 cents. So for less than $1, if you haven't tried them yet, you can try one. I think they're not bad. I gave one to my friend who buys these a lot, and he said that one's pretty good. Low-key, I kind of want to grab this one to try it. So my Starbucks drink that I get is like $10, guys. It's $9.13 to be precise, because I order the same thing every time. And you might think, what do I order? I order like a brown sugar shaken espresso drink with oat milk. But I kind of like the caramel and oat milk together, so that's kind of what this is. It's caramel waffle cookie with oat milk, so I kind of want to try it. But I can't justify paying $3.48 for it. Okay, guys, for this next deal, you have to be a subscriber to view. So if you're not a subscriber, you need to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all amazing deals I do post. I'm just kidding, guys. I'd really appreciate it if you do subscribe, but you don't have to be a subscriber to see this. I hate when people on TikTok are like, oh, double tap to lock it in. That's irritating. Anyway, so you're gonna look for the Purina Cat Chow. You're gonna look for the Naturals bag. You're gonna look for the 6.3 pound one. It's $11.98. Of course, we're not paying that. So you're gonna submit to checkout 51 for $2.50, to Ibotta for $2.50, and then on Swagbucks we have 250 Swagbucks, which is also $2.50, making one of these bags just $4.48. Now, if you preferred Friskies, we have a great deal on these as well. You're gonna look for the 3.1 pound bags, which are something like that or something like that. They're $5.24, or you can probably get the more expensive ones, but $5.24 is what we're looking at. You'll submit to Ibotta for $1, to checkout 51 for $1, and then to Swagbucks for 100 Swagbucks or $1, dropping that final price to $2.24. If that bag is too small for you, we got a better deal on the larger bags. If your store carries a 12-pound bag, you can do this deal, but this deal is for between 12 pounds and 16 pounds. My store only carries the 16-pound bags, so that's how we're gonna do this deal. So, as you can see, we got 4 different flavors, 5 different flavors. Also, just side note, I just saw that's a 30-pound bag. That is a lot of food. I think I've only bought the 22 ounce. I donated that. I bought it so I could donate it. But I thought the 16-pound bag was large. Anyway, It's $15.98 for the 16-pound bag. We're gonna submit to checkout 51 for $3, to Ibotta for $2, and then swag bucks we have 300 swag bucks or $3, dropping our final price to $7.98. So basically half off for one of these massive bags. So this next deal I don't quite understand. So you're gonna grab the Honey Trees sugar-free honey. It's 12 ounces. It's $2.72. We have $1 back on any honey, right? It says 12 ounces or larger. So I tried to grab the Great Value, which is 12 ounces, and it doesn't scan. It doesn't attach. So then I tried grabbing the organic for $4.84, which is 12 ounces, and it doesn't scan. But Ibotta says any brand, which Great Value is a brand. Just throwing that out there. Y'all, this deal is back, of course, because we can do this every other week. And I still have a couple of free ones, so I'm just slowly using those up. I don't know, it's so hard to submit different receipts and everything, but they're $1.58, so grabbing two of them will be $3.16. You'll submit for the aisle offer. I have it linked in the description box. If you haven't done it yet, I do drink these at work, just an FYI. If you guys are contemplating on doing the offer, I really appreciate everyone who has and the future guys that will. So it'll make each grabbing two of them $1.84 money maker. Y'all, look how small my haul is. It's so pathetic. But guess what? Ibotta's being pathetic, giving me $1 for 10 rebates. That's not worth my time. So I'm trying to save some of these rebates that I know might last till next week. All right, we're back in from checkout, and checkout went fantastic. So I grabbed all 10, only 10 items, guys, for $21.43. I did use those two P-Leak hang tag coupons, whatever. They came off just fine. So I submitted my receipt to Ibotta for $12.80. Now, if you guys heard me in store, Ibotta is being very rude. This is the second or third weekend in a row where I'm getting $1 for 10 offers, so it's not worth my time. So I saved some rebates for next week that I think will be there. If not, it's not the end of the world. And then I submitted my receipt to Swagbucks, where I got a surprise offer. It catches like things that should attach that missed. Well, for these, right, for the offer that it attached to, it's not listed. And if it is, I totally missed it. I tried reading to see if this was gonna attach to it or not, and I didn't see it listed, or I missed it. Sometimes it's hard to read how Swagbucks has their items listed. But so I got an extra 75 cents. So this makes this pack a 50-cent money maker, which is better. I mean, it was only a quarter, so I'm not complaining. But then I submitted my receipt to Fetch Rewards for $1, and then I tried to submit for Shopkick, and Shopkick says they owe me $3.70. But when I hit like the confirm, yes, these are the offers that I want, it says like the sorry message. So I screenshotted, like always, the offers, and then I screenshotted the sorry message. So when I get home, like I tried logging out of it, or not logging out, I closed the app, and then I tried resubmitting, got the same thing. So when I go home, I'm going to try to resubmit, and then right before I go to bed, I'm going to try to resubmit, and if it doesn't go through, then I'm just going to send them a ticket and say, hey, because by the time I wake up, so I'm pretty sure some of these, okay, I only grabbed like three things, two things, whatever it is. I'm sure some of these will change and drop down, so I'll have to submit a ticket anyway. So yeah, that's super awesome. So we'll see how that goes. I know with Shopkick's app updating, I know some people have been having problems with it. Last week I didn't have any problems with it, so I'm just a little surprised. Then I submitted my receipt to Aisle for the 2 rock stars, which makes my grand total for all 10 products a $3.07 moneymaker. Which goes to show you guys that you can grab great savings. Even though I didn't grab a ton of items, it's still a moneymaker transaction or haul for me. So I am not mad at all. I'm super pumped with the items I grabbed, especially the Old Spice deodorant because I personally use it. The Rockstar I personally use. So yeah, I hope you guys have items that you're looking for in stock at your store, especially these freebies and money makers, just because they're such good deals. Even if you don't use them, grab them anyway. Don't let someone else grab them before you. I even looked in the Sky Shelf, like the overstock area for those floss picks, and I didn't see them, which I really wanted to try them because I use the green ones, whatever those are. They're not, I don't think they're Oral-B, they're whatever they are, they're green, and that's all I know. I can't remember the name. I get them from Walgreens. But I wanted to try those ones to see which ones I like better. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you next time.